A good time to walk into the square in the morning. We're in Brussels, Belgium, and it is Tuesday. It's about 10:30, so the square isn't too busy, but there will be many tourists and trucks. I was just interrupted by a truck. These are the guild halls. What I've learned that the most interesting thing in my movies are the people. These are beautiful buildings. Many buildings have horses at the top. Many buildings, churches. This is the town hall. Even though it has a big spire, it looks like a church, but it is the town hall. These were the early unions. Also, these are called the guild halls. Some of them are leaning over. They're very old, 16th century. As Jonathan pointed out to me, beer is very important around here. This is the Belgian Beer Museum. I thought it was a guild hall, but now you see it is a hall beautifying, glorifying beer. The only thing more prevalent than beer here is chocolate. What I want to do is focus on fashion. This lady is Italian, so that's what you can wear if you come here from Italy. That's some Japanese fashion. This is the square where we're staying. I just want to quickly document the look. Not too much of this. The most interesting parts are the tops. Aha! I spotted it first. Yesterday, Jonathan and I walked around all over town. Jonathan was running up the steps. He has found it. He can't believe he found it. Now he's going over. We have come to the conclusion that the reason that there's only, this is the only Starbucks here is because of the beer industry. There are many taverns, very few Starbucks. It's really Wednesday, and this is the military museum. Take two, perhaps. This morning, this is the military museum day, but it's Wednesday. Moving over here is this arch, which I think commemorates Belgium in the war. Kind of like all these arches indicate triumph. Moving this way is the Automobile Museum. I hope you've been watching and see that the lines aren't exactly long. We shall see what this is worth. But Jonathan likes automobiles, so we're here. Well, I have done my wifely duty and brought Jonathan to Auto World. There are many cars here. Many, 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 many. Oh, I decided this car was used for bootlegging in the US. See? See the big trunk in the back? Jonathan is taking pictures of these cars. These are French. Jonathan?
Oh yeah, this place is really cool.
So I didn't start my son, so he's saying he's glad he's here. That's a good.
Cool.
Hmm?
It's very cool. 6 horsepower.
Oh my goodness. How many horsepowers are there today in cars?
Our car has 220.
Oh, a big difference. Those little French cars.
I like these little look at the little headlights. We have extra headlights on the top.
This is a big American car, a Studebaker. Then notice down here is a little petite French car. Un petit.
Look at this Peugeot. The driver sits outside.
Okay,
and
that's a
passengers
Peugeot.
inside.
Oh, really? Oh, I see that car. The driver's outside and the passenger's inside.
That is a Peugeot Coupe de Ville.
Coupe de Ville, like the woman, Coupe de Madame. Well, this is the first motorhome. So we go back here and back up. And you see, this was the beginning of RVing. Can you believe it? Inside they have a little picture. And they even have a little porch on the back. It's so cute. And there you go, is the start of it all. And there he is again. I think that's a Model T down there. Might as well get the front of the Model T while I'm at it. No, that's the first RV motorhome. It's not bad looking. Kind of cute. I like the little applique work they did on it. As I try to get to it. Okay, I can't have too much of this, but there are so many cars here like that one. That's very beautiful. Then we have this one, which is very beautiful. I always like these little head things. See? There she goes. Doesn't she look so sweet? She just wants to dive off. Some have birds. This is an elegant car. Then we can run down looking at these cars. Down, 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 all along here. Many cars for Jonathan to look at. They're all very, very old and interesting. Quite interesting history of this machine that changed the lives of everybody in the world. Now it's the computer. Okay, this is where you want to go to be seen and sit and be seen. It looks like what we do in Belgium. So many people, more places to meet and greet. All kinds of people. This is where you can. More and more partiers. Well, this morning we've been walking around, seeing various sites. It's called the Historic Walk. This is an old wall. I think it's a pretty old wall. There's my group ahead. I don't remember much because I'm not very good in the rain. It was freezing. And there is Jonathan. Little Jonathan, run here. Oh, there he is. Hey, Jonathan, he's like, Jonathan. What are we doing today?
Getting wet.
That's what I said too. It's Thursday, right? Music's a big deal here. And cartoons. Yeah, I think Ken would enjoy this. But we really didn't get much of a chance. It's a great example of Art Nouveau architecture, which is very nice. There's such a juxtaposition, perhaps is the word, this kind of architecture versus this. These gardens are interesting from a typical kind of, this is what tourists want to take pictures of, but what is really cool is that people eat in these chairs. It's hard to say because today it was too cold and there's nobody in the chairs. But these chairs are hanging up there and they dine. Dinner in the sky. We didn't do that. We might have. Hey, Janet and Lee, this is what we'll do the next time we're all here together. See, it's a better shot from here. It likes to go up way high. It's pretty low right now because it's cold today. But that's dining in the sky. There, this is even a better shot of this non-dining experience because it's too cold.
Yeah, the dining room table's up there, the chef stands in the middle.
Wow, hibachi in the sky.
Hibachi.
The fact I have danced in the square. So here we are arriving at the beer tasting. It's a very nice place. These are all like plain beers. This is our little group. This is our group sober. Pretty soon we'll go see our group not so sober. Here's my husband. There he is. It's a cold day in Ghent. Here we are, it's Friday. And this is the canal that we might ride on. It reminds me of Venice. Why should any canal ride I ever take be warm? Kind of an interesting buildings. All these buildings along the canal. Ghent is very picturesque. This is more Ghent Square, more picturesque things. And there is my photographer, waiting for his next picture. There he goes. There he is, taking aim. I told myself that I was only going to take people because watching movies sometimes can be sort of boring. But this is so pretty.
So what do we think the chances are we're going to do the boat?
A group picture. But the group isn't really coming together as a group. Trying to make the group picture. This is what we're going to be doing later when we're on the boat ride. Right now we're in training. Oh, here's more beautiful buildings. Don't want to take too many movies of all of this. Looks like a fairy princess castle up there though, huh? And then these spires. They say those are the mountains here because it's all such flat land. And the guide's speaking. And I think this should be enough. These are windows with eyebrows. We only see them in Bruges because it takes a lot of work to fashion a brick like that. This is some Bruges this morning. It's Saturday morning.
It was cheaper to empty the forest around Bruges to build your houses than to buy all the bricks.
This is our guide.
You can imagine.
She's very good. These people are very nice.
It was a house of a Flemish family. Has been for a very long time our tax house. We didn't like it. But now they have a bigger one.
I don't take too much of this. There's a gentleman here that reminds me of Bill Gates, but I don't know if he'll turn around right now. Okay, this is Bruges. Just to give a little bit of the idea. I still want to focus on the real people of Bruges. Jonathan does the buildings, but they're also amazing.
Member of the Order of the Golden Fleet. You see the chain there? That still exists. It's a ninth order for the crown heads of Europe. And it was this Order of the Golden Fleet was founded in Bruges in 1430 by Philip the Duke of Burgundy. So you see this is now our library. We do use
everywhere you go, it's shopping. So here we have, the traditional Bruges building. Many shoppers. The church, many shoppers. Jonathan went back to buy the vest. I think he'll like it. But wherever we go, you can hear the bells. And then there's the shoppers. The sound of the shoppers, the sound of the bells. Be it Chicago, Pittsburgh, Madrid, or Rome, a shopper will always find a home. Whoa. This is something I think I'd like to remember. It's very beautiful. All the gold. It was a very wealthy place at one time, with all the shipping and the cloth that they made. A very wealthy time. It came to an end. All along here, beautiful art, very detailed. Lovely, lovely. Goes around. Wow. Very interesting. Turn it around slowly and bring it down to the back door. This is the town hall. I know my father was born in 1917, right during the end of the war. He was born on May 3rd, 1917. And all these men on these graves, it's hard to believe that 8 million men died. And for what purpose? We have our trip at Sunday, and we just come from Bruges by bus to this Flanders part of the tour. This is the man who wrote the famous poem about the poppies in Flanders Field. There goes Jonathan into this is the German cemetery. 25,000 bodies are buried here. 25,000 soldiers are buried here. I think they said 7,000 are unknown. This is the German mass grave. They didn't do mass graves for the British. That's what it looks like. 44,000 people are buried here, but none of them are in single graves. These are statues representing German soldiers mourning the dead. It's a very moving place.
It says, drei unbekannte deutsche Soldaten. That's 3 unknown German soldiers. There's Kurt. There's Heinrich. He's a grenadier. Here's Christian. I don't know what he is. I don't know what that means.
Okay, Jonathan. Now tell us about the fact that there's this is called the student.
This down here is the student cemetery, or the student regiment. And those were all bodies of young high school and early college students that were drafted into the German army and died in the early days of the war. They're on the other side of those big stones down there.
Yes, Hitler visited here during the Second World War. The German cemetery is very dark as compared to the last cemetery that we saw, the British cemetery. It's always shaded, many trees.
No individual graves. All the graves have multiple bodies in them.
I think we're glad we never had to go to war, aren't we, honey?
You got that right.
Ben is
in Afghanistan flying helicopters.
Joe and Luke are all to be commended for the work they've done for our country.
Do that.
This is the front of the German cemetery. It resembles a bunker. At one time, many of the graves were scattered, but now they brought, like I said before, 40,000 people. All for what? There's just one sad little bunch of flowers in the entire cemetery. No matter how much we want to remember these people that were so young, gave their lives. Yep. This is called Tyne Cot. There are 12,000 graves here, British graves, all from World War I. Moving around. Memorial's been quite interesting. I think I'd like to learn more about the First World War and really more about the 19th, early 20th century. Kind of looks like my uncle's backyard. Lots of old things. There's some of this and that. Kind of looks like the forest might have looked. Don't know what these are, but they don't look very pretty. More of this. Oop. There's a German in the background. I think he's coming. Oops, he looks very dangerous. He's disguised as a tourist with a camera. My peeps, I think, are way over there. Like I told Jonathan, that I really wanted a ghillie suit. You know, you see these things in the movies, and I just saw that movie, Parade's End, and that was pretty good. It gave it a feel a little... The movies make it look, oh, so much more glamorous, and it would have been trying to work your way through these things. That was probably the captain's quarters. And now, they just go round and round. I'll go over to here. Quit.
Craters.
Oh, craters.
Craters.
Oh, okay.
Here and there and there and there, where shells came in.
Very interesting.
They're pretty muddy down there.
Guess this is a kind of very interesting museum. Just goes on and on. Nothing was showing me these craters. Go jump in the crater, honey. There's a beautiful house that's there right now. And this is just a sample of the trenches that went on and on and on and on. Like I said, I can't imagine having to have lived in them. They're way down there. On and on. There it is. I don't know if I got this before. This is my merry band of men. That's Stephen. Here comes his wife Nancy. This is Lily. And here comes my little honey and Warren. And there's Douglas, who's from Colorado. He's very tall. And there is, somebody don't know, that is Carlos. And that is Deidre. There is Marianne. And there is Joan and Arnina, our guide. And that's Roger. There is her sister Mary. There's Bob. Bob reminds me of Bill Gates. And that's that. Sunday evening in Bruges. Nice and quiet. People are out just enjoying a lot of cafes. Whoop. Reminds me of Oakland though. A lot of ducks. And now here there's swans. Perhaps a bit better than ducks. I don't like just taking scenery, but some of this is just so beautiful. You go around here and we have this kind of decoration. Not too many people tonight. I like these 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Here's number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. He's rather scary. Him too. It might make me want to convert to see and renounce my evil ways. The horse is crying. And over here, there we are. This is a memorial to all the people that died in 1953. The names of all the people slowly move forward in this long, long list. A very dark room, very somber. It's a very somber memorial. They did a good job. It says they lost everything in one fell swoop. This is quite a museum. Commemorating the building of the beds. I never understood how much Holland is underwater and how much work it is to keep the water at bay. This morning, it's Monday morning, and we're in this very, very charming Holland village. And there's my group way up ahead. Be a very good Hollander since I'm not have to be very careful. Or they will run right over you. There is no such thing as passenger right of way here. Whoops, there's a gel truck. Okay. This is a good picture of the square. Everything's so quaint. And there's all these little rooftops. Are playing some volleyball. There's a little building in the distance. It's amazing structure that the Dutch have put together. I can't even, there it is out there. Hold back the water and control the water. 40% of the country's underwater.
Okay, if you all come over.
This thing is absolutely huge. It can't even give you an impression. Oh, there's a lady there. There she is, and this is the wall. And they move this thing on rails out into there. There's the people. There's this big thing. Holy moly. Notice Jonathan walking on the blue footsteps. Yes, there he goes. He's so funny. Kind of interesting. There's our boat. There's another view of this amazing structure. Delft definitely has a sense of humor. This is our hotel. And as you see, those are goats on the balcony. I'll leave it to you to figure out whether they're real or not. It means the plane tree. And this is a plane tree. Napoleon planted these when he came here. So, here's our group getting ready for a nice morning walk. It's a beautiful day. It's Tuesday morning. And I think I better get over there.
Beer breweries in Delft, and many of them were located on this canal. And there's also something you can see here that remembers, it really is from Venice, this bridge. This bridge is called the Fish Bridge, and it's named after Mr. Fish. He lived on the corner here, therefore that street came out of. And Mr. Fish had a beer brewery here. After that, the city council came up with a rule that between every 4 to 5 houses, you had to build a fire escape to prevent the fire from going from one house to the next. You can still see that. There, for example, and here. So between every 4 houses, 1, 2, 3, 4, you can mostly still see a little fire escape.
Yes, you might notice this church is leaning a little bit. They had some structural issues that time, but see, with the clock on being wider on the left, right, and one of the towers is higher than the other tower, and there's a rooster on the top. Such a beautiful sunny morning. We are so lucky, and we're supposed to have good weather for The rest of the trip, I had to stop there. I thought they were calling me. Probably are.
And around 1800, Napoleon came in the Netherlands, and he introduced all kinds of new things like measures for weight and all kinds of things that we see now still. But also he introduced window taxes. The more windows you had, the more taxes you needed to pay. So every small little window there, the little windows in the great windows, meant more tax. One of the family of dukes couldn't pay their taxes anymore, so they closed the window with bricks on the first floor on the left. See that? It meant fewer tax. Didn't have to pay as much tax as before.
Do you see the smells? We are about to do the famous eating of the herring. But this is a lovely little lunch place. Hippies?
There's another one coming here.
There's a reason for onions.
What's seafood?
These are all people trying to decide if they want to eat the herring.
Come on, it's great.
In your mouth. We were just told that it's really good by our beautiful guys.
That's another piece. Oops. Wait, hold on. Let me get a picture. Hold it.
Is it good? It's good. I thought you were going to eat the whole herring though, head first.
Give me the whole herring.
Say what?
It's all cut out.
Warren's get back in there. I want to see him. It's one for the one for the
Here, you want me
team.
to do it this way?
It takes one for the team. It's Harry.
How's that?
That's pretty good. Down the hatch. Look out, gums. Look out, tongue. Whatever. There he did it. There he is. What do you have to say about it? This is the crypt of William of Orange. It's quite ornate, very beautiful. Jonathan has some other pictures that will do it justice. There he is. Very famous. The founder of this country. This is quite a beautiful organ. I would love to hear the music from it. We're in the house of William of Orange. I quickly want to just record a few of these things. The burgers were very happy people. There's all kinds of china. This was the beginning of the shoes. Now you see all these little high heel shoes. These are china. I think they're very cute. Just one lovely china. A quite handsome group of men. My ancestors. And here at the top, I think this is William of Orange. Oh my goodness. It is Wednesday morning and it's 9 o'clock, so we're a little late for the frantic activity at the flower market. Way back into this kind of reminds me of Warehouse 13.
Yeah.
Here's some picturesque flowers. They're all so beautiful. Tulips and I don't know what these pink ones are. They're all on these conveyor belts and you can see those green ones going. And there's a train happening.
Another one coming over to the road.
Very efficient. What's happening, honey? Pretty empty though. Those are the empty pallets. There's some cool ones down there we should go check out. This flower center of the world. They come from everywhere. The parade of the flowers. So beautiful. I just took pictures of flowers all morning long. Jonathan just said these are coming into the right spots for delivery. More flowers. It's like we're in the rose department. Yeah. Friendly florists everywhere. I think I've captured the chaos. It's not really, it's not chaos at all. It's totally
Controlled
controlled.
chaos. See him look at his little paper. He does the pictures. All right. Put that on there.
Oh, he's stuck right there.
I'm going to stack it somewhere. Oh, I went to the wrong place. Look out.
They have all these numbers to tell them.
Man, stick the paper on there. Where's my next stop? Okay.
Okay. Off he goes. Very hard not to want to photograph at all. Well, the flowers have arrived at this point, and it looks like they're getting ready for the trucks. There's a choo-choo train of trucks.
We're here.
More and more flowers. This is where all the activity happens. It starts, like they say, at 6 in the morning. Big screens. It's like a big trading room, many computers. The end of the day. There's some more people in this room. So they're still bidding on I'll have to just take a minute and see if I can. Oh, looks like they're seeing the flowers down here. I don't to see what they're bidding on too. It's the parade of the flowers. There's places that show the different activities. It's a charming little shoemaker shop. On the walls, a clock, and then his shoe forms. This is what they slept in. They have these doors that closed it. Nice little bed.
Leuk hè?
And they have this lovely house. And they have these people depicting like that's what she's setting the table, getting her lunch ready. And guests are allowed to ask questions. And she's cooking a nice dinner in little gardens. And there's a scarecrow over there, see? There's your neighbor. Looks like a sad day in this household. That's too bad. Well, my condolences. Looks like they're making some brooms here. Oh yeah. More of the workshop. All these tools. More brooms. There's all the brooms. Very interesting. Oops, and there's where they make the broom pieces. Somehow they tie all the little broom pieces together. So this is it. There's a windmill. They closed off the North Sea, and so this is where you were once again. I think I found another middle of nowhere. Okay. Very tidy little area. Kind of place. See? You can see me in the window. Hello. I like this. Oop, after I'm going to keep it up if I'm going to wave. Then I'll go like this. There I am. Okay, and there's the more cakes. And in the 20s in Holland, they had a Goodwill. So, there you go. Many bottles. Apothecary shop. This is what I just was in, the apothecary shop. Very nice building. Now we're going to take Jonathan inside to cure his bad breath. It's Thursday. We're in Amsterdam. It's pretty okay. The other cities are prettier. These are the houses across the street from the house of Anne Frank. The
tour was very moving. It's hard to believe how it was back then. She had to live in secret. This is the house, right in the center here. There were two houses together. Everything was taken. The house is empty because when Otto, the only survivor, came back, when he came back, it was empty. And he left it that way because that's how he felt. All was lost. And it's a very sad story. Hard to believe. No one wants to believe it could ever happen again. All these poor little women who didn't have anywhere to go would come here, and then they would take care of the poor and the sick. So I guess I better keep this address. This is a small sampling of the flower market. This goes on for quite a few blocks. If you're into tulips, this is where to be. Ooh, cactus. Now that's my kind of flower.
Tulips.
Yes, as Jonathan just said, these are handmade wooden tulips. Another flower that would be the kind of flower I would buy. Many seeds on the wall. I've learned the art of turning it off and on. Oh, there are many cheese shops like this everywhere. This is my favorite kind of cheese. 3 samples. It's Saturday morning. This is the famous Rijks Museum. They just reopened it after being closed for 10 years. It's really beautiful inside. They've made it much more open and not dark. So I thought I'd capture this moment in time before we left for Paris. These are what I refer to as the evil bikes of Amsterdam. They come at you from all directions and they are waiting to kill you. Here come some of the evil bikers. Come at you from all directions. They come fast. Here they come now. Whoa, there's one. More. They don't care. They hate you. They try to get through. Jonathan likes to see the boobs and the beavers, but I'm not finding any of those tonight. But they hate you. Whoa, we could have had a collision. That was interesting. Whoop. Here they come. This is one of the busiest intersections. They come at you from all directions. I am going on to Paris where they wouldn't be caught dead on a bike. Just to say, there are 600,000, let me repeat, 600,000 bikes in Amsterdam. There are as many bikes as there are people. This bike puzzles us, but they ride them anyway with those bent wheels. It's kind of like, how do they do it? This is the way to start Amsterdam. On a nice, quiet Sunday morning before the bicycles and people are out. Everything you can see, nobody's around. It's a good thing to do if you're coming here. This is the little croissanterie where we bought our sandwiches. There's a line, they have lovely sandwiches. This is the American croissanterie, better known as McDonald's. We did not go there. Jonathan has told me I have to use the viewfinder, and he's right, it's much steadier. Compare my filming of the croissanterie to the previous film. It's a beautiful morning here. This is a lovely piece of the city. This is our hotel, and it's our last day. Hello.
Hello. Here we are standing outside of the Hotel Alexander in Amsterdam, getting ready to leave for Paris. It's been a terrific couple of days here. The weather's been spectacular. As you can see this morning, it's bright, clear, the sky's blue, and so we're just sitting here. We're going to go in pretty soon and get ready for the hotel, but it's been really great. The biggest, been a lot of beautiful sights to see, and thousands and thousands and thousands of bicycles, as Elaine has already said. And we've managed to survive the bicycles without getting hit too many times, so that's been good. And I think Elaine only caused one wreck, so I guess that's not so bad either. So.
Thank you very much. And off to Normandy.
Bye-bye.